Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new. Today we are going over just how I organize my mods folder. I have I'm going through my build by stuff, so not including that, like 150 gigs of mods in CC, I think. If I open the so we're sitting at 105 right now, but not all of my build by custom content is in there because I'm actually organizing it right now and cleaning out what I don't use. But also, really quick disclaimer, because if anyone's curious, if you've been here before and you're like, Ender, what happened to the videos that you had already uploaded? Essentially, what happened was, as you guys may know, there's a lot of different causes from the Sims game itself that are corrupting saves. This is happening to people who are not using custom content, not using mods, the console players. So for the second time in a row, and before, my Whimsy Stories save file, which was a completely new save file, got corrupted. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put up. Clearly, the universe does not want me playing the Whimsy Legacy right now. I put that on pause, put that on the back burner, and I also did a rebrand of all of my stuff, you might have noticed. And so I was like, you know what? I've redecided what all of my channels are going to be, how I'm going to do content. Let me, I privated all the old videos. I probably won't put them back up, but I did private all the old. And I thought, let me just start over. So we're going to start off with this video, which is how I organize my mods folder. So for anyone who is curious on how to find your mods folder, once you've already booted up The Sims once, you're going to go ahead and find your documents folder, and then you're going to go to electronic art, your electronics arts folder, Sims 4, and then there's your mods folder right there. This is also how you can find your tray folder, where you can put in any Sims or builds that you download. So here in my mods folder, I use a numerical system mostly. I've seen people use like the character system, which is like brackets and just underscores, or like an exclamation point. I used that in the past. This is the second iteration of my mods folder. The other version I used like the characters version, and it was still very organized. I took a lot more folders. So here are my main set of 8. These are like the main ones that I go into a lot, so they are up here. The reason MCC is up here is because of last exceptions. These, hold on a little bit. Actually, I have a lot. So we have, how many of these do we have? We have 40 creator folders. So these are creators who I have a lot or all. So like I have like almost all of A Deep Indigo. Same with Lot 51. I think I'm missing like a couple of their mods that I just don't use. Down in Sims Land, I use a lot of their mods. So if I have, I think it's more than like 4 or 5 mods from a creator, they'll get their own folder. If not, they go into these dedicated folders. Down here at the bottom, I have like mod specific folders. So clickable worlds, event rewards, so I downloaded event rewards, and then the social event refresh by Zerbu. And I just like them being at the bottom, so I just give them the prefix double Z underscore, because obviously these Z folders, they would be above it if it was just a single Z. But let's go ahead into my overrides folder. I'm able to put my overrides folder so many folders in because of the resource. Oh, I deleted this, so I'm gonna have to fix this. but I had like a custom addition to it to allowed me to have a lot of folders in my overrides. I am gonna have a like a template of my mods folder with a bunch of these folders already like created in there. I'll put that resource file in there as well if you want to use that. But here in my overrides, I have cast backgrounds, loading screens, main menu, and map overrides. These are ones that usually these are ones sorry. These two I change out the most, and then these ones barely ever get changed out. So this is the schematically, oh god, refreshed main menu, and then obviously 20th Century Plum Bob map replacements. I use Sims 4 Mod Manager to disable backgrounds and loading screens that I'm not actively using. So right now I'm just using, sorry if my voice sounds weird, Vixated's Reflection in Dark Gray. The next one I have is Object and World. So like texture overrides, excuse me. Oh my god. And like chairs and benches and all that stuff that are in world. I don't know why these two are in here. They're supposed to be in a different folder. But apartment hallways, billboards, book defaults, my cloud overrides, and then I have a snow globe override by Around the Sims 4. And then these are just like weather overrides, and then that. But in my worlds one, obviously these are by world. So like in Brindleton Bay, I have a bunch of stuff for the boats and like foliage and whatnot. So there's that one. In UI mods, I have my Sims 2 UI, the matching phone icons, and then just anything that actually changes the overall UI. I am incredibly OCD when it comes to organizing my mods folders, so these will get like very in-depth. I'm just warning you. Clothing overrides, I have a decent amount. Most of them are by Vix on Pixels. So like ice skates and different outfit, like career outfits. Tuning overrides, animations, food, interactions, and then these are just like, this removes the extra interactions from Enchanted by Nature unless you're actively clicking on like natural pathing or like natural ground, and then this removes the like call the action highlights on certain objects we get from packs. All of my animation overrides, these ones are merged, so that's why there's only 2 files in here. And then interaction. So this is where my books and snow globes are supposed to be. But these are anything that Sims basically pull out of thin air. That they would hold, that like is in their hand. So I for anything that falls under that category, I have a override for it. I also have Simflex override in here because I couldn't figure out where else to put it. But cooking objects, makeup, cleaning. I think there's still some cleaning stuff in here, but it's whatever. So like I just recently downloaded this one, which is a replacement for the rose, the tattoo, and tattoo remover pen. Not a lot of overrides in here. And then age-based. So these are specifically between newborn and child. As you can see, there's not a lot in these ones, but I just like to have them separated. So in case anything like I found a new newborn override, I can, because sometimes they don't have like the creator's name before them. They might be labeled something different, so it's just easier to be able to find where all my stuff is. And then these are just random other overrides that I have. These are basically like in-game lighting ones, and then these are like backdrops. The next two are my cast and build pie, which are probably the most in-depth folders I have in my game. So we have my cast folder, which I have my defaults, which also have folders of their own, which eyes, feet, teeth, and skin tones. And then just like other default replacements in here. Mods, so my position tuning mod by Northern Pine Siberia Winds, and then the lighting, no eyelashes, cast columns, cast traits, just stuff like that. So nothing that defaults, but is like a UI or just a mod just for casts. Aspirations and traits, pretty simple. Presets, I have organized by where they are. And then this one, I can't remember what part of the face it is, and then I don't have I only have one hand preset, so it doesn't need a folder. Sliders, I have a decent amount of sliders, but I think none of these are in the same spot, like you grab onto the same spot. If they are, one of them is for like detailed mode and the other one not detailed mode. Genetics, I have skin blends, so these are like just the overlays. Skin details are like freckles or pores or like belly or chest masks. Tattoos or anything that falls under the tattoo section. Also, skin details is like my like anything that falls under like scars or anything like that too. Facial hair, so like all my beards, my eyebrows, and then this is anything that is just occult based. So you have to be like in an active occult sim to see it. So like all of my fairy wings and my mermaid tails. Next is makeup, which is pretty self-explanatory. I do have a spot for my eyelashes because I have Northern Siberia Winds, my Kijiko eyelashes, and then Trusted Cat. I have a couple of random ones too, but female adult, male adult, unisex child, unisex toddler, and unisex infant all have the same folders in them, so I'm only just going to show you female adult. So we have hair, which is hair and linen and like hair accessories. So like, if a hair has like a bow and that bow has an accessory and like the accessories part where you can change the color of the bow, that'll go in with this one in here. Same with like face paint, ombre overlays, that also goes in here just so that they're all saved in the same spot. So when I go to delete a hair, I can just like, see there's the bow accessory, I can just like select all of them together. Hats, anything that falls under hats, head accessories, tops, full body, bottoms, body accessories, and then shoes. These don't have any folders within them. I could have gone in more depth, but this keeps it plenty organized. And then again, those same folders are in here. Seasonal costumes, I don't have anything really for any other holidays that don't have like I have some stuff that has like an Easter swatch, but it has a lot of other swatches as well, so like there's no point in putting it in an Easter folder. But I do have a lot of Christmas based clothing like PJs and whatnot, and then obviously my Halloween costumes. And then in the last one in cast is my animals and pets. So cat, CC, dogs, horses, and then these are all my default eyes for them. Build by this one, oh, that needs to be put away. This one is probably my favorite because for my cast and build by stuff, I've started on it, but I haven't finished doing this. I'm re-tagging everything. So there's a lot of stuff that like shows up for both male and female, but it's like for the feminine frames, like it messes up on the masculine, and then same in like the opposite. There's stuff for men who are showing up on feminine that mess up the feminine frame. So I'm re-tagging all of that. And then same with all my build by CC, I'm tagging stuff so they only show up in certain categories. So all of my build by mods, any new CC that I get for build by, all of my build by traits, and then here in comforts. So living chairs, dining chairs, these are all organized by what order they show up in cast. So all of my living chairs, there might be some of these that show up in like the miscellaneous section of like comforts or outdoor furniture or whatever. I just want them to show up in living chairs. Like I just want them to show up here. So being able to go into a folder and go through all of these and easily re-tag them for just living chair makes it a lot easier. Same with my desk and dining chairs. I don't want desk chairs showing up in dining chairs and vice versa. Beds, the only thing that are in here are non-kid based beds. Like a single bed that doesn't look like it's meant just for a kid's room. All of my double beds and all of my coffins. All of my like kids bunk beds and kids beds and cribs and toddler beds and bassinets and all of that are in my kids folder. Which I can show you really quickly. So kids furniture gets again, I'm sorry for my voice. Gets all of my kids single beds, and then like the newborn bassinets, and then infant and toddlers gets all of the infant cribs and the high chairs, the toddler beds, and then the changing tables, and then like the little toddler potties as well. Anything that shows up in here doesn't show up in any of the other folders. Like even kids decorations, anything I find in here won't show up in my decorations tab. What else have I? Oh, my decorations tabs, like for instance, there's a bunch of stuff that shows up in plants that isn't a plant, so I'm changing it to a different section of my build by category because it's really annoying. I already have so many plants, I don't need a bunch of other stuff filling up that section of my catalog. Transportation, all of my bikes and CC cars and stuff like that that fall under there. These ones are kind of like a bit hard to follow, so let me just explain. So I put all of my build mode in a completely separate folder. I don't have them like all showing in one spot. So floor and wallpaper, doors and windows, I like people to find these easily and like be able to move stuff in here easily, so they're at the top. And then all of the rest of these are the rest of, so columns, fences and gates I mashed together, anything for fountains. So the trim, the fountain water, the fountain decorations are all, sorry, here. These are foundations. I'm a bit dyslexic, my bad. Obviously foundations are in there, all the stuff for fountains, freezes, outdoor plants. So all the outdoor plants and like the rocks that fall under outdoor plants as well. Everything from my pools, roof patterns, roof sculptures, trims, spandrels, stair railings, stairs and ladders, all of my terrain paints, and then my wall sculptures for outside. So obviously there's one under decorations as well. Save file items. Now, this is a new one that I came up with because obviously this whole folder system I've actually had for a while for my build by. But I'm in the process of starting a forever save, which I'm going to document on YouTube. I already started the like behind the scenes process and figuring out what each video is going to have in it. But to make sure that I don't accidentally delete CC when going through my folder again, if I decide to do another clean out, that are for specific builds that I don't want them losing, like the little decorations or whatever, I've made a whole folder for it. So this folder might change, honestly. I think these two are the only ones that'll come in the template because the rest of these is like per person. But all my stuff for the world, so any street lamps or stop signs or anything like that, that's usually for tool. I'll put in here all of my deco sims. I have a lot of them. I give them a folder, and then I can remember what creator this is, or this one, so that's why they don't have a folder. But as you can see, I have a lot of deco sims. I still have to go through this and get rid of any that I don't need. Also, another thing I want to point out, I don't merge anything. There is basically nothing other than stuff from Ravishing that is a merged file in my mods folder. Not even like my cast stuff. So like other than like animated deco sims, because all of that has to stay together. But like all of these are separate individual items. So if I for instance, want feminine 1, but I don't want feminine 3, I can delete this without having to delete the whole file, essentially. Then again, for aquarium base, all my business, CC, daycare, gas station, grocery store, museum, and my school stuff. So like specific school chairs and desks and stuff that I don't want to delete. Holidays. This only has 3 folders in it right now. I might get stuff for other holidays, I'm not sure, but my Christmas CC, Halloween, and then Valentine's little decorations that I have. The next folder, sorry, is my package folder. So these are holy shit, okay, whatever. These are mods that do not require Tscript files. So as you can see, like, it looks like there's a lot, but a lot of these have more than one file. And it's like, this one has 5 files. So they tend to have at least 3 files to each mod. I know there's like 24 mods in my Tscript folder, but it doesn't look, it looks like a lot more. I know that these I can definitely organize this with like more folders deep because it's just package files. But for now, I'm just leaving it like this. I might come back and reorganize this. Tscript, however, can only have 1 folder deep. Now you might be asking why there are folders here then. These don't have Tscripts in them, but they're add-ons to a Tscript mod, so I like to keep them together in here. And I know exactly which ones these go to as well. So this is what I was saying, where there's only 24 mods in here, but it looks like there's more because more than at least 2 files. Sometimes some of them are just like 1 file, like this one. But this is just like the catch-all folder, this one and the package one, for any mods that I have that doesn't like, they're less than 4 from a creator. Wicked Whims. This one is very obvious. I have these 2 files go together, but they're not named, like they don't have a creator name before them, but I know which creator they're from. The actual Wicked Whims files, the Bath Together files, the streamer mode, and a animation replacer, and then all of my animations are in this folder because they don't need to be just in a Wicked. They can be more than 1 folder deep. Wow, words are really hard for me today. I'm so sorry. Custom food. So this one, I organize all of my stuff very incredibly. These can only be the 1 folder deep. So these are the food and drink, like the custom food and drink mods from Iceman one, and then obviously the Braze and Lotus cookbook core thing. All of my actual cookbooks are in here. So Oni, Summer Conservarinka, Little Bill Bubs, Granny's, and Medieval Cookbook, and then Tiana Sims Cookbook. I do have more custom food objects. I'm just going through and deleting stuff that I don't want anymore, so I still have to go through those folders or those files. But these are the current ones that I know for a fact I love and will be keeping. My overrides is empty. I have to move those ones over still. And then all of my recipes from the different creators that I have, these I definitely have to go through because I have so many, and I'm sure there's duplicates. Like one creator has the same as another creator kind of a deal. Poses. I love organizing my pose folder just because, one, it makes it a lot easier. Like, let's say I'm trying to get, I want to pose up some pregnant sim. I can go into here and find the name of the pose and then just search it with the searchable pose player by Twisted Maxi. But all my pose props are in here. My animation based poses are in here. My not safe for work poses are in there. I'm not gonna open that folder. My storytelling, this one has a lot of stuff in here. So like prom and cheer and ballet. And then like story based sim poses. All of my cast trait poses are in here. Family based poses. So this is anything that might have like a mom and a child, or a mom and a dad and a child, or like multiple different siblings. Friends is multiple sims, whether it's 2 or more. But they're basically like platonic poses, if that makes sense. All of my occult-based poses. Oh my god, I need to slow down my words, is the problem. All of my, so these ones are single sim poses. So like the in-game version of my castrate ones is usually in here, and then like my emotion poses. So these vary from infant to adult, but these are only one sim in them, if that makes sense. Pregnancy is pregnancy announcements and then trimester poses. Romance is anything to do with a couple, so cuddling, kissing, all that kind of stuff. Wedding is my actual wedding poses, and my engagement poses as well are in here. Pets, I have one that includes pets, so whether it's, you know, a child and a cat, like an adult sim and their dog, whatever that is, that'll go in here. And then pet only poses, which I think this one is, but I have to double check. I think this is like pets fighting. I'm not sure. These two poses, I can't remember what they are. I have to look them up. And then my pose player and my pose alignment. Oh god, there we go. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Pose alignment interaction mod are in there. And then obviously I have my NCC. So I like to keep this very organized. I am gonna really quickly go over how to find duplicate files in your mods folder. So give me one moment. Okay, so here we are in the Sims 4 mod manager. So you can find duplicate files by the exact same file name, same file name, and then revert D1 files back to like their. Oh my god, I do have some. I have 102 duplicates. Like, as you can see, there's one of these in my new and one of these in my tub section. So I can click this and then click delete selected. You can also click delete all, so anything that's selected in red. However, I don't know what decides which one of these is in red. So I like to just manually go through and like click them and delete anything that's in a folder it's not supposed to be, essentially. But these are if they have match, so like as you can see, like this one's just missing like the underscores in it. Well, I'm actually gonna go delete that. And then these ones are exact matching file names. So the other one is exact same file and then exact same file name. Okay, there are two more resources that I just want to go over really quickly for you guys. So this first one is Scarlet's Realms mod list. So this is what I use to update all of my mods. I just click this one, which is like the Safe for Work Only edition. There's also a SFW one and then a Patreon edition. But I just click this one and then scroll down, and I like to sort by last known update. I click this twice, and everything that is updated, actually, these ones are newly updated. I don't think I actually just updated these two, so it's okay. And then I usually give like 100 slots. So you can go through and you can also see this one has no known issues. Well, there's been a lot of updates, but what they'll give you is anything that's been broken, anything that's obsolete, anything that's updated. You can also filter by creator name. So like here, that starts from Z. My bad. I thought I had that organized the right way. But as you can see, these are in order of creator in alphabetical order. Oh, sorry, mod name. These are in order of creator. That's why I need to click that. Okay. And then you can also sort by the patch status. I can sort by all updated. You can search mods or mod creators, and then you can also filter by the status. The next one I want to show you is the Sims 4 Tray Importer. Okay, so here we are in the Sims 4 Tray Importer, and this is actually a really oh god, I hate that does that. I need to figure out a way to delete that. But this is a random build that I started that I saved because I was gonna move it to a different lot. This is a really useful resource for multiple multitude of different reasons. So this is how you can share the CC or like all the CC that in the tray files together for a lot or a household. So obviously I have my SimSelf household here with my boyfriend. If I click this button and then include CC and save, it should bring up, yeah, okay. So I like to click this button, which makes sure to select everything. And then I click export and it'll let you choose a spot. You can rename the file. So if I just put this on my desktop, it'll export. There should be a lot of stuff in there. He gave us really pretty basic stuff. Okay, there we go. Now if I open this and I go to my desktop and then in here, you can see here are all the tray files, and then if I click in here, this pulls exactly from your mods folder. So the aspirations, pizza preferences, and then everything that is included on the 2 Sims in the household. So do the same for any lots that you have. Obviously this doesn't have anything in it, so it's not going to give me another example. This is actually something that I wanted to delete from my game, so I just pulled it up before I recorded. But this is I have like the actual, hold on, if I remove, oh yeah, you can also filter by like, this one removes any builds, this one removes households, and then this one removes rooms. But if I select households, I have this one, which is just a base game, or a base sim set of sims from each life state in both genders. This makes it really easy for me to go in and remove any custom content that I don't like on each individual like age stage. But I have this one piece of CC that doesn't have a shirt underneath, it's just a jacket. Not a fan. So I'm going to click on CC here. It's going to take a second to load. And right here, this is all of my overrides, so you're going to ignore this part. But right here is that shirt. So I'm going to click on it. Actually, oh no, that's just my default tee. I'm going to click on this. I'm going to right click and click show containing folder. This is now going to actually open up that exact file, and then I can click delete. Obviously, if you had a lot more, it'll show all of them. If you have more than one item, you can click this one and select all of them, and then just right click and do the same thing. I'm gonna go ahead and delete that. But that's how I quickly go through, it's just a little family I made, quickly go through all of the CC that I don't like, and then I'll obviously go into Sims 4 Mod Manager and move all the CC I'm keeping into the correct spots. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed that video. I will put a link to the Patreon post that has the mods template in it, and as well as links to the download for Sims File Trait Importer, Sims 4 Mod Manager, and the link to Scarlet's Realm in that Patreon post as well. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you found it helpful. Don't forget to subscribe so you guys can see the process of, or for any new videos I post out, and also the process of me making a forever save. Anyways, goodbye.